Next topic, stability of coordination compounds. Coordination compounds. So in this coordination compounds already we have studied. So whenever we come across with stability of any compound, we are going to break that one. That is, we try to break a bond between that particular compound and we'll see how much stronger the bond is. If the bond is more stronger, then we say that the compound is more stable. Or what we are going to do is we are going to put this compound in any solution, or in a water we are going to add this compound. So if at all, if the compound is easily easily the bond is broken, then we say that the compound is less stable in nature. So that is what the general thing we are going to deal with. But in coordination compounds, so we cannot add if at all, if water has been added also, it is not going to dissociate. So dissociation doesn't take place. Dissociation doesn't take place. This is what we have seen in the coordination compounds. So the stability of the complex depends upon the strength of the metal and ligand, the bond between the metal and the ligand. So stability depends on the strength of the metal ligand bond. Strength of metal ligand bond. So stronger the metal and stronger is the metal ligand bond, then less dissociation it is taking place in the solution. So if at all, if the stability is depending upon the strength of the metal ligand bond, then if the bond is stronger, if bond is stronger, then dissociation will be less. Dissociation will be less. That's what we have come to this point now. So we know already, according to theory, we came to know that dissociation doesn't take place. So if at all, if the bond strength depends upon the metal ligand bond, so if at all, if the bond, this metal ligand bond is stronger, then dissociation won't take place. Then how to find the stability of the compound? So in most of the complex, this is the condition. So in almost all the complex, the metal ligand dissociation doesn't take place in solution form. So at that time, so we need to find the stability of the complex. So the stability of the complex we are going to calculate by using an association, and during the association, so we come across with an constant called association constant or formation constant. We call that one as a formation constant, and that is being indicated by K. Or in general, overall association constant of an entire complex is being indicated as beta also. We'll take that one in stepwise also. So dissociation we cannot do because we know that complex doesn't undergoes dissociation in solution form. So the stability depends upon the strength of the metal ligand bond. If the bond is stronger, then dissociation will be less. So for that reason, to calculate the stability, we are taking the help of association. So the more amount of association takes place, then more stabler the compound is. To find out that one, so whether the compound association, how much association it is taking place. So to find out that one, we have a constant that is called association constant or formation constant. So let us take an example and check. Or a general reaction will take how to find out the association constant, and from the association constant, how can we say that the compound is a stabler or not. So we have a reaction where a metal, this is the general reaction. So it is a 4 ligand. It is in the state of equilibrium. We are checking the state of equilibrium. It forms Ml4. This is our complex. So the same reaction. We can write this 4 as 4 different ligands also. So 4 different ligands. I'm changing that. So we can make that one as 4 ligands like this. Okay. So now this is a single step reaction I had written. So the same reaction in stepwise. We'll write it and we'll find out in stepwise we'll find out the association constant or stability constant. So the first step of the reaction, one metal, one ligand in the state of equilibrium, it is forming Ml. For this step, we are writing the stability constant now. So the stability constant for first step, K1 I have taken the stability constant as K1, that is equals to, it is the equilibrium. So the stability constant for this one is the concentration of the product divided by the concentration of the reactants. That is, the stability constant at equilibrium is nothing but it is the ratio of the concentration of the product divided by the concentration of the reactants. Anything if it is written in square bracket that indicates the concentration. So this is product, the concentration of the product divided by concentration of the reactants. This is the first step of the reaction. Now in the next step we shall see. So it is Ml. One more ligand is forming a bond with it. It forms now Ml2. So we can write the stability constant for the second step. K2 is equals to Ml2 by, that is the product. Ml2 is the product divided by concentration of Ml into L. That is the concentration of the reactants. This is for the second step. Likewise, third step will write it. Third step is Ml2 plus one more ligand we have added and it becomes Ml3. So the stability constant K3 is equals to. So either we can name that one as stability constant or we can name that one as association or formation constant also. So that is Ml product Ml3 by reactant Ml2 and L. Likewise, the last step Ml3L, because we have only 4 ligands in our reaction. So in our reaction we have only 4 ligands. It is Ml4. So what happens to K4? K4 is equals to Ml4 by Ml3 and it is L once again. So these are the stepwise constants. Now what we can do is to find out the overall stability constant. So the overall stability constant becomes the overall stability constant we mentioned that one as beta. Overall stability constant, we mentioned that one as beta, and since we have 4 steps, so we can mention that one as beta 4. So the overall stability constant for this particular set of reaction we can mention as beta 4 is equals to, for the first step it is K1 into K2 into K3 into K4. So this is the overall stability constant. If the value of beta is more, if beta is higher, so I'll write it that part here. So for general, in general, for in general reaction also, for a general reaction, involving n number of steps, then stability constant becomes, stability constant will be stability constant will be beta n. So it was 4 steps, so that's why beta 4. So if n number of steps are there, it is beta n. So K1 into K2 into K3 until it is Kn. This is for the general reaction. So in this case, if at all, if beta value is more, so higher the value of beta, higher will be the stability. So that is the magnitude of beta is increasing, or if the magnitude of beta value is more, it indicates that the stability is also more. Stability is also more for a particular complex. So the stability constant more, stability will be more. So this is the what a general we have written. So we can also calculate for one of the example also. So we have seen, we have written in the last thing that is beta 4 is equals to K1 into K2 into K3 into K4, where the reaction is taking place in 4 different steps. So the same thing, if at all, if it is a single reaction also, we can also directly we can calculate the beta 4, or we can calculate the stability constant. That is beta 4 is equals to the concentration of the product divided by the concentration of the reactant. In this case, 4, the stoichiometric coefficient or the numerical part, whatever it is there, that numerical coefficient will be coming as power. You have studied this one in kinetics, it will be coming. So the numerical coefficient, whatever is there, that numerical coefficient will be written as power. So we have taken one more example. So that is tetramine cuprate. The complex is tetramine copper complex it is. So in this complex we have four ammonia ligands we have taken. So that is Cu2 plus is combining with NH3. So this is a stepwise thing. So in each step, one NH3 is going to add. First reaction, Cu is in +2 state, NH3, it is CuNH3 2 plus. First step, the stability constant is the concentration of the product divided by the concentration of the reactant. Likewise, the second step, where the product of the first step will be combining with one molecule of NH3. It forms this compound. So for this particular reaction, the stability constant is this one. Likewise, the product of this reaction will be taken as the reactant, and to that one more NH3 we are going to add. So that will gives rise to this product. This is the third step I have not written, but in the similar way you can complete those 2 steps also. So that for the third step, this is our product and these are our reactants. So likewise, the fourth step, these are this is the product and these are our reactants. So the third step product becomes the second step. The third step product becomes the fourth step reactant. With that, you have to add NH3. Then at the end, beta 4 is equals to K1 into K2 into K3 into K4. Likewise, we can also write for a single step also. Single step, how it will be, we shall see. It is that is equals to, the plus how many NH3? 4 NH3, that is equals to, or that is going to form a complex like this. So to this complex, we are going to write the, so here, just a minute, I'll write it down so that it will be properly visible. NH3 4 times and it is 2 plus. So for this reaction, we'll write the stability constant beta 4. So stability constant beta 4. This is stepwise we have mentioned here. This is for the single step I am writing. Concentration of the product divided by the concentration of the reactants. Check there, in the reactant we have a numerical coefficient as 4. So the power will be raised by 4 here. So this is for the single step reaction. We can also calculate in this manner also. Now, so we have been given with the values of K1, K2, K3 and K4. How to calculate beta 4 we shall see. So in this what happens is we cannot directly calculate, we cannot directly write the values for K1, K2 and K3. It is being given, the value is being given in terms of log. So apply log to this one. So we'll take this one as equation 1. Apply log, or else I'll write that once again so that it won't be confusion. Beta 4 K1 into K2 into K3 into K4. This is for stepwise and this is direct. So apply log on both sides. Then what happens? Log beta 4 is equals to, we know that log A into B is equals to log A plus log B. Then it is log K1 plus log K2 plus log K3 plus log K4. The values have been given here. So 4, log K1 is 4. Next it is 3.2 plus 2.7 and plus it is 2.0. That is equals to 11.9. So the beta 4 value is log beta 4 value is 11.9 it is. So what we can do is shift this log to that side, then it becomes anti-log, but we don't require. So we are going to we can give up the answer like this. If at all, if it is being asked to calculate, then you can calculate beta 4 is equals to anti-log of 11.9. If it is if it is taken, then we are going to get beta 4 as the value. So this is about the stability. So one thing you should remember. So stability, when we are calculating or considering the stability of the complex, so higher the value of beta 4 or if at all if the magnitude of a stability constant is more, then so higher stabler will be the compound. So stability constant is more, then more stable will be the compound. So this is the question. It is given in the NCERT in text. Calculate the overall complex dissociation equilibrium constant for the complex given that beta 4 for this complex is 2.1 into 10 to the power of 13. So dissociation constant they have asked, but we know either association constant or it is stability constant, we know. So to calculate the dissociation constant is, that is dissociation constant is nothing but, so the reciprocal of association constant or the reciprocal of stability constant. So we can write that one as dissociation constant of a complex. So here there are few terms here, equilibrium constant and all. So the state, whatever the reaction we are doing or whatever the complex it is forming or the formation of that complex in a reaction, so it is under the equilibrium conditions itself. So under the equilibrium conditions only the reaction is going on. So for that reason that is named as dissociation equilibrium constant, or when we have written, so that is nothing but association equilibrium constant what we have written. So dissociation constant is equals to 1 by association constant, it is 1 by association constant, that is reciprocal of association constant. So we can write the formula. We can write the formula as a dissociation constant is equals to, what is association constant? Association constant is a beta 4, that is equals to 1 by 2.1 into 10 to the power of 13, then it becomes 4.1 into 10 to the power of minus 14 as the answer. So this is our answer. So dissociation constant is reciprocal of association constant. So one thing you should remember, this problem is not that much important, but you should remember the thing is, so if at all, if the stability constant is more, the magnitude of the stability constant is more, then more stabler is the complex. That is what the important thing is.